Hey y'all, I'm doing a few things, but I wanted to come in real quick because, of course, as is with every year, I'm anticipating gardening season. So I'm about to use these pots that I'm going to show you for something else. So I figure I'd go ahead and show you what I've done in terms of my tomato journey. And I know most people start when they start gardening with tomatoes when they do vegetables or whatever. Anyway, I'm not going to turn this into a long drawn out story. So I was on the quest to find the perfect tomato. Cricket he has GERD issues. So he doesn't really mess with fresh tomatoes like that. So any fresh tomatoes are going to be all me and whatever else I may share. But so for over the years, I've been looking for the perfect tomato. I decided to go with cherry tomatoes since, again, there's only me who eats them, although I eat them in abundance. So I grew cherry tomatoes, and they really worked out beautifully. But in learning about new strains and such, I wanted the perfect cherry tomato that had a softer skin, because I like being able to just pop them in my mouth and not feel the need to pull out what tastes like casing. I just want to be able to eat the damn tomato. So in the process, I had exchanged a few tomatoes and seeds with different people, and I heard about one called the micro-tom. And in thinking about and considering the micro-tom, I've done videos on this that I just haven't posted. But anyway, in considering the micro-tom, I figured that would be great because also in the winter I could bring it indoors, because allegedly the micro-tom only gets like 8 inches high. Now, I have pictures of the pot I had it in when it was only 8 inches high. This is actually a piece of the micro-tom that I transferred this time. This is my second time doing the micro-tom. So I grew it in the small pot the first time, but as I grew it this year, I was like, dang, this thing is getting bigger, because as you can see, this is taller than 8 inches because I took it off of another piece that got bigger. So the reality is with micro-toms is they will get as big as you allow them to get in whatever size pot you use, but the tomatoes will still stay tiny. As you can see, these really are grape sized tomatoes, and they're as small as yeah, because I've seen grape tomatoes, and grape tomatoes look like giant Tic Tacs, but these little things are really, again, like I said, the size of tomatoes. So again, that's not going to work for me, because once it's time to harvest, I can eat all of these in one sitting. Oh, sorry about that. So yeah, I can eat all of these in one sitting. I can sit here and eat these and while I'm talking to you right now. So I looked into other small tomatoes, and there are 2 other ones that I'm interested in, one of which I'm growing now. One is the Sweet and Neat, and the other is the Tiny Tim. And the Tiny Tim is the one that I have. And the Tiny Tim is larger than cherry tomatoes, but smaller than normal sized tomatoes. And allegedly that plant only gets a foot tall. It doesn't matter, because I'm only going to allow it to get to no taller than that anyway. So I'm going to see about the size of the I want to see about the size of the Tiny Tim to see if it's efficient. So I just wanted you to update you on this. And this is the pot I want to use, because as you can see, it got the Tiny Tim, it got the micro-tom this size. So when my Tiny Tim gets big enough, I'm going to transplant it here. See, it's gone. Oh, and look, This thing is indeterminate. Anyway, this thing's supposed to give you a batch of tomatoes and then be done, son. But these flowers are ready to give me more tomatoes. So I was going to uproot this and just eat these tomatoes and uproot and get rid of it. But I may go ahead and let these other tomatoes fruit until I'm ready to try my new strain. Anywho, groovy smooches.